Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is Lilani. For those of you who haven't been here before, welcome. Today I am playing with a bunch of new to me makeup. One of the drugstores near my house recently went out of business, so they had a sale with all their makeup 50% off. So I picked up a few things there, and I picked up a few things at other drugstores and just kind of found enough stuff to do pretty much a full face of makeup. So this is going to be basically a full face of first impressions. Before we get started, make sure you hit that subscribe button. Also, if you want to hit that little bell, that'll notify you when I upload new videos. And let's get into playing with some makeup. The first product that I'm going to try out is the Burt's Bees Foundation, the Goodness Glows Liquid Makeup with responsibly sourced meadow foam. What's meadow foam? Meadow foam seed oil, known for its skin moisturizing benefits for naturally beautiful results both inside and out. I've actually been wanting to try the Burt's Bees stuff since they started coming out with actual makeup. Burt's Bees usually used to just do like lip chap, some like tinted lip chap. They started dabbling in lipsticks and stuff, but then they released foundation, eyeshadow, blushes, like all kinds of makeup products. So I've been wanting to try this for a while, and it just happened to be on sale, so I got it 50% off, which is awesome because this is like a $25 product, I believe. 22. This is originally $22 and I paid $11 for it, so pretty stoked about that. I got the shade 1015 Buff. It was really hard to try to figure out what color I was, so I actually grabbed the L'Oreal Infallible that was in the store and tried to get it as close as I could. This is a little bit too light for me, so I don't know, this one might be a little bit dark, but we're gonna try to make it work. And it has a pump on it, which is nice. I put a couple of pumps on there. It looks like a nice consistency, a little thicker than my L'Oreal Infallible. But I'm going to quickly prep with my Smashbox Photo Finish primer because I did not buy a primer. And I obviously already have my eyebrows done because I didn't pick up any eyebrow stuff. Honestly, I'm so in love with the Anastasia Dip Brow that I just don't want to use anything else. Normally when I'm testing out a new foundation, I'll do half my face with a brush and half with a beauty blender, but I don't have any clean foundation brushes right now, so I'm going to do my whole face with a beauty blender. Like, it's very earthy, herby smelling. You know what, that color actually isn't too bad. It's a little on the yellow side for me, but it's not too bad. I don't know if it's because of the primer I used, but this is sitting really funny on my skin. It like doesn't want to sink into my skin. It's just kind of like beating up on top of my skin. You know what? I'm going to take one of my dirty foundation brushes and try to buff this in. No, that didn't work either. I'm going to wipe this all off and try a different primer with it. It's almost like foaming up on my face. This is so weird. It won't like just all come off. It's just streaking and foaming all over my face. Okay, I think I got most of it off. I'm gonna try that again without a primer, I think. And I'm gonna try to use less of it at a time. I squirted some more on here, but I'm gonna like bounce it on there and then really shear it out on the plate. This is still not going well. I'm gonna try going in straight in with a brush. That went on slightly better with a brush, but still, it looks so funny. I'm trying to pat away some of the excess. This is just weird. Like, it patches funny, it sits weird on the skin. There's like spots where it's not even taking to my skin. Like, there's weird patches there, weird patches there. It's sitting really funny on my nose. It's not really covering a whole lot. And it did not blend out on this side, hardly at all. Like, it just looks really bad. Like, totally missing here. There's a little bit of clumping here. I think this is a big fat no way. Let me know if you have tried this foundation and if it worked for you and what you did to make it work, because this right now, I don't think it's working. I'm gonna quickly go put on some foundation that I know I like. Now that I've used 4 wipes on my face and it's raw from scrubbing, let's move on. I have concealer. These are the L'Oreal True Match. Oh, it looks like they're two different ones. Highlighting concealer, and then the Anti-Fatigue Illuminating Concealer. This one's Perfect Match, this one's True Match. I thought they were the same thing. I got two different colors though, because I got their lightest cool shade and their lightest warm shade. So I got Rose Porcelain and Ivory Beige. Well, first of all, you can't see the color at all through the packaging, so that makes it hard. And sometimes the cool shades are too pink for me, and the warm shades are too yellow for me, so I figured I'd grab them both. They do have little stickers on the top that's supposed to represent the color, but you can never tell with that. I'm gonna try the warm one first, which is quite yellow. Well, maybe I'll mix the two. Yeah, and that one's quite pink. Maybe mixing the two on my face will make it work. That actually worked quite well. Yeah, I like that they're light enough for me. I don't think either of the colors would have worked by themselves. Yeah, see how, actually, you know what? The pink one, or the cool tone one, might work on its own. But since I already mixed them on the other, I'm gonna mix them on this side too. I feel like those have a decent amount of coverage, not a crazy amount. Thankfully, I don't have like huge purple bags or anything. If you did, I don't know that this would cover them, but it works well for me. I'm gonna try using just the cool tone one and do some highlighting. So it is one of the twist up ones. Some people really don't like that style. I don't mind it. I also don't have a setting powder to try out, so I'm just gonna use my RCMA setting powder to quickly set all this. Oh shoot. Okay, so I just used that concealer on my eyelids and then set it with the translucent powder, but I just remembered that I have a eyelid primer to try out, so I'm gonna wipe that off. So this is the Covergirl Lid Lockup Eyeshadow Primer. It's a universal shade. It says all day crease proof, shadow security. Maximize the wear and intensity of your shadow, and it dries quickly. So something I recently learned, the difference between using just a concealer on your eyelid and using actual eyelid primer, is that eyeshadow primers will actually keep your lids from getting oily throughout the day, which can often cause creasing and transfer, and can actually even get your mascara kind of oily and then transfers down here and stuff. I don't get very oily eyelids, so for me, I can get away with using concealer, but I still wanted to test out an actual eyelid primer because I wanted to see if it helps improve my eyeshadow. So I'm just going to apply that. I'm going to use my finger to dab that out. Oh, it just kind of sinks into the skin and turns into nothing. I actually don't like that it dries clear. One of the reasons that I use the concealer to prep my lids is because I have so much redness and veining on my eyelids, so I actually like to cover that up. But yeah, that does dry really fast. So I'm not actually sure if I should set that with a powder or if I should just start blending. I think I'm just going to go straight in with the eyeshadow and start blending on top of that. So for eyeshadow today, I'm going to be using this new Quo eyeshadow palette in Precious. It's got 4 eyeshadows in there. It almost looks like it could be like a contour and blush compact, but it says eyeshadow on here. So we've got a matte white, a matte pink, a matte dark brown, and then a shimmery bronzy shade. So I'm going to quickly swatch these. Ooh, they feel really nice. That is the white, not quite white, off-white, kind of a bone shade color. Here is the pink. It's quite light, looks pretty. This is the kind of a bronzy shade. Ooh, it's got a lot of glittery flecks in it, so it's a little chunky. And then the dark brown, it's got a little bit of fallout, but those look like nice shades. I actually don't really own much for drugstore eyeshadows, so I thought I'd give this a go. You know what, maybe I will set my lids with this light bone shade. There is a decent amount of fallout from this palette. So next I'm going to dip into this pink shade and put that in my crease. Okay, so this is not a super pigmented shadow, but it seems like you can build it up a little bit. See, so that's the first dip, and I've gone back and forth quite a few times, and it's almost like there's nothing there. But then if you keep dipping in, you can eventually build it up. I mean, for a drugstore palette, that's not terrible. But this is an originally I think $18 for this palette. So you're paying $4.50 for each of the eyeshadows. I got it for $13. I think that's about as intense as we're gonna get it. So I'm going to take a smaller brush and go into that dark brown and put that on the outer corner. Okay, from the swatch it looked like that was going to be a lot more pigmented too. There we go. I just dipped in and didn't tap off any of the excess and just kind of stamped it onto my lid. Now I'm starting to blend it out. That helped a little bit with the pigment, but this isn't blending out super smooth. So that's how dark it is in the pan, and that's how dark it shows up on my eye after a couple of layers. Not quite what I was expecting. I'm going to go in with my finger with the bronzy shade and put that all over my lid. For how shimmery this looks in the pan, it doesn't translate onto the lid. It just looks like I put a matte shade on my lid with a few specks of shimmer. Usually when you apply shimmer with your finger, it'll show up pretty shimmery. I'm going to try to take it on a brush and wet it with some setting spray and see if that helps intensify it. There we go. There's the shimmer. I feel like that bronze, when I put it on wet, it turned a lot more gold, and then it kind of doesn't look great with that pink. Like, that's not colors that I would usually wear together, but in the pan they look like they would go okay. I'm going to run some of the dark brown underneath my eye. Okay, so for the eyeshadow palette, I'm not a huge fan of it. The color payoff wasn't great. The blendability wasn't great. The shimmer shadow definitely needed help. I don't know that I'd recommend buying this. They did have a couple other colors. They had one that was like mostly grays and silvers. I don't think I would recommend it. To finish up the eyes, I have a new mascara. This is the Physicians Formula Jumbo Lash Mascara. Organic wear. There's so many words on here, I don't even know what it's actually called. Oh, Natural Origin Jumbo Lash Mascara is what it says on the back. This is quite the package. The reason that I got this mascara is because Tati from Glam Life Guru used to rave about this mascara, so I wanted to give it a try. Ooh, the fat wand. So I got it in ultra black. I always get my mascaras in the blackest that I can get, and it doesn't really say whether it's supposed to be like a full volume or lengthening. It just says dramatic finish. It doesn't really say what it's supposed to do for your eyes, but we're gonna try it out. Right off the bat, this thing is really awkward to hold. First impressions, it's a decent mascara, but it's nothing new or great. It's definitely no L'Oreal Voluminous Lash Paradise, which I actually picked up another one of those because I was out of my last one and it was on sale, so I grabbed that too. Also, if you know drugstore makeup at all, you know Physicians Formula is a lot pricier than other drugstore makeup, so I wasn't in a rush to buy this one. It's a $20 mascara. I mean, for that price, I'd rather just go pay an extra 10 bucks and go buy a Tarte mascara. Yeah, definitely nothing special. I'll still use up the tube. This would be a good mascara to put on before you put falsies on because it just kind of coats the lashes. It doesn't make them more voluminous or lengthen them at all. So this will work well with falsies. Next, I have bronzer. This is actually not a new to me product. This is my favorite bronzer. This is also Physicians Formula, and I needed a new one, so I got a new one. I love the smell of this bronzer. It's so good. And then for highlight, I got a new highlight. This one is also the Quo brand. And it just says Illuminating Highlighter. It doesn't have a shade name on it or anything. I'm not actually sure if they had more shades than this. This is the only one that I saw in the discount bin. This looks like a really pretty shade. It's kind of a champagne-y color. Almost a little bit leaning on the pink side. Okay, let's see if this works better than the eyeshadows did. Oh. That's kind of pretty. It's super subtle. It's pretty. It's a good highlight for when you don't want a super blinding highlight, which, I mean, for me, that's pretty much never, but Definitely emphasizes texture, which most highlighters do. Looks cute on my nose. Actually, this would be a really good nose highlight, because sometimes I don't want my nose to be shining, and it gives this just a little more of a subtle glow. You know what? It's cute. It's cute. I'm actually going to try to spray my face with setting spray and then go over it again, see if I can get it a little more intense. There we go. Definitely smudge my mascara, which usually when I use my Make It Last setting spray, it doesn't do that with my mascara, so I blame the mascara for that. That highlight definitely got more poppin' with a little setting spray, so that's good to know. Last thing I have is a lip liner from NYX. I just wanted a good nude lip liner. This is the shade Vanilla Sky. I'm just gonna fill in my whole lip with this to see how it looks. I thought that this was a matte lip pencil, but now looking at the packaging, it has some shimmer on the pencil. I think this is a shimmery shade. My lips are super crusty right now. Dry and crusty. Ugh. There's like a line across my lip that just does not want to hold that lip liner well. I think I'm gonna put some gloss on. This is the Essence Shine 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 Wet Look Lip Gloss. What shade is this? Bright On. I actually don't think I've ever used this before. Well, that was all of the new things I had to try. That was kind of an overwhelmingly disappointing video. I did not like the foundation. The concealers were actually pretty good, although I did have to kind of mix the two, although I could probably get away with just using the cool tone one. The primer I'll have to use with some eyeshadows that I already know how they perform on my lids and see if it extends the life of those shadows. I didn't love that it dried down clear because, again, I like to cover my discoloration on my lids. I don't know, we'll have to play with that one a bit more for sure. The eyeshadow palette, I wouldn't recommend it. If you think it looks good, by all means, buy it. The mascara, I'll still use it. It's nothing amazing. It didn't wow me like I thought it might. The highlight, you know what? The highlight's actually looking pretty cute once I built it up a little bit. And then the lip pencil, I don't know, I guess I should have looked closer that it was a shimmery one. But that won't be super noticeable if I just use it to line my lips and then go over it with a nude lipstick. So that wasn't too bad. This gloss that I decided to use at the last second is actually not too bad. It's not super sticky. It definitely has a lot of shimmer in it. So if that's not what you're looking for, then I wouldn't buy it, but it's pretty. I mean, I don't usually wear gloss. I don't usually wear shimmer on my lips. If you like that kind of thing, I definitely think it's a good lip gloss. Feels really hydrating on the lips. And Essence is a super cheap brand. I didn't buy this on sale, but their stuff is always like super cheap. That's all my thoughts on my full face of first impressions. If you like this video, give it a thumbs up, and I will see you guys in my next video. Bye guys!